Itt lennénk egy újabb játékban. Ez egy varázslatos történet lesz. Teljesen más, mint amikkel eddig játszottunk. Úgyhogy nézzétek, és remélem tetszeni fog. Új játék, igen. Na nézzük. Assza mindenit. Aha, hajón vagyunk. Aha.
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you. And I'm sorry.
Volt egy ház,
I'm just going to start at the
ahol
beginning.
lakott kiskorában,
The house.
4 éves koráig, és 17 évesen most visszautazott. Elvileg. Az lenne az a ház.
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
Igen, az a ház. Hát mire odaérünk. Ez egy kis idő. Itt van egy postaláda.
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately.
7 éves levelek vannak itt a postaládában. Azt mondja a Csajci. 7 éve gyülekeznek itt a
I hadn't
levelek.
been back since my brother Lewis's
Lakatlan
funeral.
lett az egész. Aha, kinyitjuk, oké.
In her will, my mother left me a key but didn't tell me what it unlocked.
Kaptunk egy kulcsot, de nem mondták meg, hogy mit.
Maybe she thought I'd know. Or
Aha,
she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
biztos valami misztérikus dolgot nyit. Lefele vagy felfele menjünk? Itt maradnunk kéne az úton. Ez nem az út. Aha.
No one had driven this way in a long time, but I saw a few hoof prints.
Azt a mindenit. Ott egy őr. Szarvas. Fogta magát, elrohadt.
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it.
Sosem hittem volna, hogy visszajövök ide.
But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
Volt valami fura küldetése a családodnak.
The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
Úristen, milyen ház. Jó Isten!
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words.
Jó rendetlenség van,
Now,
azt tudni.
as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house. I hoped the key might unlock the front door. It didn't.
Ez nem nyitja.
Looking in, I felt like the house itself had been waiting for me.
Azt a minden. Na most akkor hol megyünk be? Itt egy hátsó bejárat. Bemászunk ki?
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
Kíváncsi leszek, mi lesz ennek a sztoria. Mindjárt megyünk tovább. Van bicikli, autó.
The power had been turned off the night we left.
Aha, nincs villany.
For the first time in years,
Nincs áram.
I felt like I was home.
Aha. Ez volt az a különleges
But
ház.
instead of a family, there were just memories of one. Like how after Louis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly.
Volt egy macskája, Molly. Úristen, mennyi konzerv. Ezek konzerven éltek?
The table was still a wreck from the night we left.
Úristen.
It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture. My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home.
Úristen.
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it.
Ebben a házban nem volt semmi abnormális. Teljesen normális ház.
Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
Nem nyitódik. Ne visszafele! Új, de szar!
Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house.
Táncikál. Úristen, mi ez a...
Edie told me once that every Finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the
Ez valami
library.
könyvtár lehetett. Tutira. Ez valami könyvtár volt.
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
Calvin.
My Grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin.
A nagypapája 7 évvel ezelőtt itt élt. 1950-től élt, 1961. Nem. Ez 11 éves kisgyereknek a szobája volt, Calviné. Ez pedig Sweenhofstead Finch. 1915-től élt 1964-ig, 1917-től 2010-ig Eddie. Aha, nézzünk be ide is.
The last time I was in Edith Senior's room, I was 10
Volt egy
and she
pár
was
család
painting
ebben
my
a
portrait.
lakásban, mi? Gregory.
As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of.
1976, ez 1 éves volt Gregory. Gregory egy baba lehetett. De hát ez egy fürdő. Na mindegy.
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
My friend Bigfoot. Barbara.
Barbara was a child star for 2 years, until America
Ez a
grew out of
kislány
it.
volt, Barbara. 2 éves kislány? Nem hiszem.
Edie's father Odin built the original house.
Edie's father. Odin. Itt voltunk. Milyen titokzatos. Hoppa, ott egy cápás szoba. Ez Molly szobája volt. 1937-1947.
Molly always seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with, if she hadn't died in 1947.
Szeretetteljes lány volt Molly. Az meg csótányok.
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room.
Sokat játszottunk
I think my
ebben
mom
a
sometimes
szobában.
regretted not sealing it up. Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
Na vajon? Hoppá! Ez egy könyv.
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets.
Fiam, milyen rejtélyes, menj el!
Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
Most járok először, azt mondja.
From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me.
Egy kis macska.
Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan.
Jó. Babakocsi kis macska.
But I had no idea what was behind that door.
Szóval ez lenne Molly szobája.
Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
Értem, ez Molly szobája.
I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole.
Bezony.
Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage.
Most ki akarjuk deríteni, mi történt a családdal? Még egy unikorn is. Aha. Molly füzete.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
Hogy mindig lefektették este és nem adtak neki enni. De miért nem? Éheztették a kislányt? Azt mondja, hogy aznap este ugye mindent megevett.
The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
Amit talált. Fúj. Hörcsögnek a kajáját is megette. Most ugye a kislánnyal vagyunk, Mollyval. Mert Molly eltűnt. És nem tudják, hogy mi lett vele, és most derül ki. Aznap este mindent megevett, azt mondja. Sok dolgot
I ate a lot of things that night.
Aha. Fúj, baszki.
I kept eating and
Ne,
eating.
fogkrémet. Mi? Mi lett
Then I
ez a
heard chirping
kislánnyal?
outside my window.
És aznap este látott egy madarat az
It was a
ablaknál.
barn swallow going
Yeah,
back to her
akarod enni?
nest. I reached out for her,
Mi ez?
and suddenly,
És hirtelen
I was a cat.
macskává változta. Mi a franc? Haló? Hogyan ugrok? Mi ez? Aha!
I tried to be
akkor
quiet,
jönni a
but the
madarak.
bird was really scared.
Több mint valószínű. Nem akartam elijeszteni a madarat. Csöndben akartam lenni. Még... Most innen hova ugorjunk? Itt oda nem. Több mint valószínű. Aha, ide a párkányra. Ja. Ott a madárka. Macskák lettünk.
I jumped and I almost got her.
Majdnem elkaptam.
I could tell she was getting really tired.
Hol tűnt a... Hol tűnt a madár? Ott van.
Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird.
Oda hogyan ugrunk át? Talán így. Ja nem. Följebb megyünk a fán. Azt a mindenit.
I gobbled her up,
Elkapta!
and suddenly I was an owl. First, all I
Hirtelen
heard was
bagoly
the-
lettem.
Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
Mi ez a játék?
Rabbits.
Aha! Elkaptunk egy nyulat.
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I
Aznap
didn't
este
chew
mindent
one
megevett.
bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger.
De valami nagyobbra vágtam.
A mama rabbit.
Egy mama nyúlva.
She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating.
Úristen, mi a
Suddenly,
játék.
I was a shark.
És hirtelen egy cápa lettem. Azt a picsa.
I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever.
És még éhesebb lettem.
I wanted fat, juicy seals.
Az meg nem kaptam el. Így ez szó. Megvan.
I tore off her flipper and it tasted really
Leharaptam a
good.
hátsó úszonyát. Jézus, ott megy.
Grabbed on tight. When I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
Aha, oké. És újra a szobába. Miért? Kígyó lett.
Now I was a monster and I smelled people everywhere.
Jó! Én. Szörnyű lettem.
I was
Csodálatos.
big, but I moved real quiet.
Azt a mindenit.
I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
Nem állított meg semmi.
After the last passenger, I was still hungry.
Később
And to cross the water, I smelled something new.
még
Something I
éhesebb
had to
lettem.
have, so I swam towards it.
Hűha. Ura. Hűha.
I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
Ura. Azt a mindenit. Mi? Na gyerekek, ha velem ez
I
történne,
got closer and closer.
elkapja Molly. De hogyan kapná el Molly?
All of my stomach started growling. And
Hát
suddenly,
ő Molly,
I was me again.
és felkeltem.
I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I
Azt
think
a
it's
mindenit.
waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know.
És leírtam, hogy miket ettem.
Delicious.
Jó. Molly könyve. Na most ugye visszatértünk a nagyobbik testvérhez.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
Barbara. Jézus, Edith. Nem
I
volt
got
semmi
the sense Edie had
különleges.
spent a lot of time here before my mom sealed the doors.
Semmi különleges nem volt. Ebben a családban, tényleg.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have,
Csak
but Mom
macskával
didn't
meg
like bringing up
szörnyekké
the past.
tudtak alakulni.
Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, She was the one who named it Molly. I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room.
Whiskynek is a szobája volt? Ez a nagymama, grandma.
When Edie told people Sven was killed by a
Ez
dragon,
nagypapa?
she could also have said he was building a
Eddie
dragon-shaped
nagypapa,
slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't. Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
Előtte körülnézni.
Her room was like a museum. For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune. And misfortune.
Odin. Itt semmi.
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife Kay left on the house was the pink bathroom. It was a pretty big trace.
Fura. Ennyi? Ah!
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard.
Beszarás!
It's hidden in this book.
Milyen rejtett folyosók vannak itt ma? More!
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
Azt a mindenit. Figyeld! Jó ég.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin,
űrhajós is katona.
and that he never talked about him. I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
Azt a mindenit.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his
Most
mind,
megint
that
elmeséli.
was it.
Azt a mindenit. Hintázunk.
My brother said he'd die
El volt
before he ate
törve a
another
lábunk.
mushroom. And he did.
Ez milyen beteg ez?
At Barbara's funeral, he
Basszus,
swore
mind a két
he'd
lábat
never
kell
be afraid
húzni.
again. And he wasn't. I
Azt a
think
mindenit.
Calvin always wanted to fly.
Na ez az emos sztori. Sam Kelvin.
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it.
Azt a minden. Hajtsd meg!
I told him going around was impossible.
Azt a... Még egy kicsit.
Maybe if I hadn't said that,
Ez tetszik.
Alvin, I'm not gonna tell you again.
maybe if the wind hadn't picked up, then maybe he'd
A
still be
mindenit.
here. But I doubt it.
Leszakad a pap.
I think he'd already made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother.
Jézus! Nem is tudom, hogy mi van. Meg kell pördülni?
The day he made
Mit csináltál?
and he did.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
Aha, oké. Calvin.
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
Ó. Pillangó.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
Minden esetre furcsa dolgok történtek itt ebben a házban.
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
Barbara testvérünk, akit egy ilyet rapolt el. Na ne csi.
I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
Igen.
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Na ez most egy kicsit horrorisztikus lesz.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream.
Mi?
Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing
Halloween
Orcas Island
mask.
tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe.
Ezt
I'll be back
láttuk.
in a sec.
Még az elején, mikor
20
bementünk a
minutes
házba.
later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box. And as
Ó,
she
és nekünk
found
kell
the key,
felhúzni.
she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
Az egy kulcs volt. De nagy!
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
Ez mi a fene? Szép vagy, rongálni.
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
The old fridge rattled and grew still.
Oh dear!
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared.
Jó reggel!
I'm furious.
Then act
Azt a
furious.
picsa.
All I'm getting from you now is
Aki nem volt még itt, ez egy varázslatos történet ez az egész, hogy volt egy ház és ott furcsa dolgok történtek. És arra 4 évesen örökbe fogadták innen a kislányt, és 17 évesen visszatért, hogy kiderítse, hogy mégis mi történt ebben a házban. A testvéreivel, meg mindennel.
Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
De valaki tud mit csinálni. Ez a izé szoba.
Walter vanished, but his bedside radio was still.
Ez a cápás
Orcas
szoba,
Island
ahol,
police describe the man as 6 feet tall
ami
with a steel
vezetett
hook for a
Mollyhoz.
hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Ott van valaki már.
I returned, saw the Hookman, and was speechless. He was quite smashing. And he was. He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
Na nézzük, bocsánat, csak lemerült a kar. Be akar jutni, nekünk még menekülni kéne.
That night, she played her part beautifully.
Ez Molly szobája.
She thought about abandoning Walter, but just couldn't do it. Molly's door hadn't opened in years. The hinges grow.
Ott van. Üsd le.
He wasn't moving,
Hoppá!
but she sensed the over yet.
Ezt nem így akartuk.
She listened for his breathing,
Eltűnt.
but all she heard was...
Hűha.
At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Oh dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream.
Csak ez a születésnap volt, vagy mi?
And she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter? Hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear. Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Szóval ez történt Barbarával.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending. I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box. Mom must have locked the third floor stairs on the night we left.
Zárva. Ez az a doboz. Itt a kulcs. Itt vert szét mindent.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages. I thought maybe she was hiding presents. It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that. remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after
Miért
Barbara
is
died,
neki
he got as
gondolta
far
volna
away as
egy
he
ilyen
could.
horrorisztikus háznak lesz alaksora?
If there's a pattern in all these stories,
Ugye? Ki gondolta
I think
volna?
it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years. On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week.
Yeah.
But after a few days, I settled into a routine.
Fúj, de szar.
That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead
Az igen,
tomorrow.
csak úgy leitta, ezért.
But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything.
Basszus.
Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal.
Mi ez?
Almost friendly. And then one day, everything just
Ismétlődik.
stopped. Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid.
Elvileg. De csak így leissza, érted?
It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years.
30 éve később.
I'm done waiting. I have to leave while I still can.
30 évvel? Biztos 30 évvel? Szerintem biztos. Mi ez? Aha.
I know it's out there, somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara and Molly and Calvin.
Ki ölte meg őket?
Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me. Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food.
Tök mindegy, mert ha elüt a vonat, így is.
I don't mind if I only have a year left. Or a month. Or a single week. I'd be happy with one new day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
Na bazd meg!
Walter died when I was 6.
Walter.
I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here. I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me. Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter. But if she never told me about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding. I don't want to make the same mistakes she made. Trying to bury something that's still alive. Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe two, I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself and found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real. I don't know if I should even be writing this. Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me. But I thought you should know about your family. And the history you're a part of. Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now. I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
Értem.
And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible. I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house? It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one. 3 of the gerbils were mine, and 2 had been my fault.
Szép. Hányan lettek ide eltemetve?
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
Basszus, mi ez a sztori?
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away. She could see it poking out of the water at low tide. Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us.
His brother.
There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself. But looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
Jaj.
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common. They were both pretty intense.
Mindenki hagyott maga után egy olvasmányt, mi? Ez volt az anyja szobája?
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Mm-hmm. Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged.
Shouldn't we be leaving?
Just want to get a shot of you, Dawn, then we can take off.
I'm over here, Dad. What?
Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are.
Aw.
Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee.
You're right, Dad. It's starting to clear up. Still freezing, though.
A francot kell.
Nothing quite like being outside. Hey!
That's a keeper. Hold still while I take a picture of you.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Don. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Don, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years.
Dad!
Good eyes, Don. Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of you.
Pinky péntek lettünk.
Dad.
Let me get behind you.
Do I have to do this?
Dawn, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive, you'll need to be strong.
Oh!
Great shot, Dawn! I'm proud of you, Dawn. Always remember that, okay?
Jaj, most az ember.
Sorry, Dawn. Just gotta reset the timer.
Az ember kell.
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally normal, Dawn. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about...
Dad!
Hey, fasz.
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
Fene. Na jó, az szerintem már elég volt. Folytatjuk legközelebb. Akkor innen folytatjuk. Oké. Na, köszi, hogy velem voltatok. Sziasztok!